Gemini, the nodes have shifted into your 10th and your 4th house. Be prepared for a career blow up like you've never seen before. In this video, I'm going to go through all of it with you, so stick with me and I will break it down. Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Vivía, and this is my channel, Your Soul as Well, where I use astrology to help us navigate our shifting and exciting and sometimes turbulent world. I am a certified professional astrologer using the Western tropical zodiac, and I'm delighted to have you here with me today. I want to remind everybody that this is what I do for work, and I'm really trying to build my presence here. So if you like my work, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss an upload. Here is your chart, Gemini. Don't worry about the location. It just helped me get the rising at the right place. Here is your 10th house, the North Node on the 12th or the 11th of January. Moved from your 11th house of Aries into your 10th house of Pisces, and the South Node moved from your 5th house of Libra into your 4th house of Virgo. What does it all mean, you ask? So with the North Node moving through your 10th house, this shift is particularly significant for Gemini risings because the angular 10th and 4th houses will be activated, and those are very important houses in astrology. So the North Node moving into your 10th house of career, public image, social status, recognition, and life purpose. So where the North Node moves, that's where the energy is flowing to. So it's time to focus on these areas of your life, Gemini. In terms of career or public image, this transit is a call to step into your public or professional role with great confidence and purpose. It is a time to align ambition with intuition and higher purpose for your greatest calling. There will be a focus on career, your reputation, how you are seen, visibility, and legacy, because the 10th house is the legacy that we leave behind. With this transit here, there could be opportunities for advancement in careers or even changing careers or professions. Some of you may make a move to a whole new industry, while others might be elevated in the industry you are currently in. This transit can bring career changes with a new position and new responsibilities, and it can also bring professional achievements that will be recognized publicly. It is a time when doors open for you, Gemini, and when VIPs and CEOs welcome you in. This public recognition will bring an increase in social status, where you will be in the spotlight and others may turn to you for advice or wisdom. This transit is about making a meaningful and lasting impact in your chosen field. While the South Node is moving through your 4th house of home, family life, stability, inner security, our ancestral roots, mothers and mothering, shift is happening here in any one or all of those areas. This placement suggests a need to release your over-reliance on comfort zones, your old family or ancestral patterns, any old belief systems that stagnate you or keep you from moving up into that 10th house of public recognition and career, and limit what you can achieve. This is your emotional foundation, and it's time to integrate the emotional security of this 4th house into your public and professional life. There may be a need to examine your emotional needs and how you communicate those needs. In terms of home and family, you may be clearing out old issues from the past, from family ancestral patterns. It's possible that your home might actually change. You might actually move to a new home during this period, or the family dynamics within the home changes. Maybe a family member moves out. There could be significant changes within the family or your living situation, such as I said, moving, perhaps renovations, maybe going back to a past home or even a family home or a childhood home. You might find yourself needing to adjust the time you spend with family. Where the South Node is, there's less energy, and energy is being drained from this area. So perhaps less time spent at home, in the home, or with your family. I want to go through now some of the major transits, particularly to the North Node. The first, as I said, was the ingress into Pisces, and as soon as the North Node ingressed Pisces, it was was already applying to a conjunction with Neptune. Now, both Neptune and Pisces have a dissipation quality to them both. They're very mystical and can be surreal. When the North Node is applying, there's going to be more of this added element, and there's a certain dreaminess to this, a surrealness, but it's important to stay grounded. And just a note of caution here. On February 1st, Venus will make her first of 4 conjunctions to the North Node. She will also conjunct Neptune and the Moon at 28 degrees. Now, this is really bringing an element of mysticism and magicalness and a sense of surrealness and a dreamlike quality up here to your 10th house of public recognition. It really is the time to dream big, to really hone in on what it is that you want out of this part of your life. What do you want to put forward? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be seen for? What you want to be publicly recognized for? Because that's a dreamlike quality there. So it's time to put these dreams into action. On February 7th or 6th, depending on where you are in the world, the North Node will make an exact conjunction with Neptune at 28 degrees of Pisces. So again, just bringing this element again. The North Node expands whatever it touches. So, and Neptune dissipates. So more of this dissipation element and more grounding needing, but there's access to mysticism and just elements of divine intervention and miracles here. That's what I see. On February 27th, there will be a new moon here at 9 degrees of Pisces in your 10th house. So new moons are all about seeding our new intentions to bring them forth in the world. So start to think about what it is that you would like to bring forth in the world within your 10th house of career, or how you are seen visibly in the public. On March 1st, Mercury will conjunct the North Node at 27 degrees of Pisces. So Mercury is a communication planet. So information here in your 10th house, perhaps epiphanies or downloads of cosmic information coming in about your purpose and how you want to drive this and how you want to show up in the world and what you want out of your career or your public platform, how you are visible. On March 14th or 13th, there's a lunar eclipse happening at 23 degrees of Virgo in your 4th house. Lunar eclipses are fated events that bring closures to areas of our life. For you, it's in your home and foundation and inner security. So ending something here. It could be ending where you're living and moving on to a new home. It could be about the inner psychology or security or something to do with your family. On March 17th, the Sun conjuncts the North Node at 27 degrees. So the Sun bringing intellect here and shining a light here and bringing information here to you. The Sun is our planet that helps us drive our purpose. And this is in the house of purpose. So it will help you actualize something here, something on your path forward and how you want to show up in the world. On March 29th, there will be a solar eclipse in your 11th house at 9 degrees of Aries. Solar eclipses bring information in. Again, they're fated or destiny points and portals that allow new energy, cosmic energy, if you will, to come in. And that's coming in your 11th house of community and collaborations and groups and organizations. So something new forming here. On April 1st, Venus makes her second pass and conjunction to the North Node while in retrograde at 27 degrees of Pisces. So Venus will ask us to reconsider and reevaluate what it is that we're putting our energy into. And up here in your 10th house, it's about what you're valuing, what it is that you value out of your professional life, your public recognition, this very visible house. And it's asking you to really hone in on that and really draw that out so that you can really bring that forth to live your best life, your most actualized life. On April 21st, Saturn conjuncts the North Node at 26 degrees of Pisces, again up here in your 10th house. And Saturn is the reality check. Wherever it touches, it's going to bring this element, sober element, a practical, grounded element. So if you weren't grounded before, it's going to help you with this grounding. It's going to help bring in structure that you need to develop all these plans out of all this information that is coming. And if you were being deluded or delusional about something, again, Saturn will come in and bring this sense of reality to this area of your life. On April 23rd, Venus makes her third conjunction to the North Node at 26 degrees of Pisces. So again, just reevaluating. So remember also, Venus is always exalted here in Pisces, meaning that she can really work to her best. And if you want to learn more about all of these transits, go back to my original video that I did. I will link it in the description box so you can have greater context for each of these transits. But Venus here is asking you just to really wanting you to develop what it is that you truly desire out of this area in your life. What do you really want? What do you really want to be known for? And that will be Venus's energy that she imparts here to you as she travels through this house. It also will be connecting with women, perhaps in a public way or through some profession, alliances with women. On June 9th, Jupiter moves from your first house of Gemini into your second house of Cancer. And that's great for all of us because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer and will be making a trine here to your 10th house. And that's really benevolent, flowing energy coming in, really helping you expand this 10th house and really bring all of this desire you have and your public recognition to the fore. On August 16th or 15th, depending on where you are, Venus makes a trine to the North Node at 18 degrees of Pisces. So now she's in your second house alongside Jupiter. She has just conjuncted and passed Jupiter. She will be trining here to your 10th house and just bringing this benevolent energy. She's the lesser benefic, beauty and harmony, and again, relationships with women. At this point in time, I think that you might see some of those things that you had seeded earlier come to life in just a very beautiful and harmonious way. On September 3rd, Jupiter in your second house is making a trine to the 10th house, making a trine, an exact trine to the North Node. And that will just be beautiful as well, just expanding this area of your life, this your career, your public recognition. So Jupiter is the great benefic, bringing joy and opportunity and blessings and such optimism. So I think at this time you will have great optimism for your future and for what is expanding in your life. On September 7th, there will be a lunar eclipse at 15 degrees of Pisces up in your 10th house. Now, lunar eclipses, again, are fated events that close things off. So something closing here in your 10th house. So maybe deciding that a profession that you had no longer works for you and it's now time to switch gears. Maybe deciding just something here ending. But remember, the North Node is here and the North Node will continue to bring new opportunity in this house, in this very public house of yours. On September 21st, there will be a solar eclipse here in your 4th house of Virgo at 29 degrees where the South Node currently is. Now, again, solar eclipses are fated events that bring energy in and bring newness in. It is at 29 degrees, known to be the critical degree in astrology, which means it's a crisis point, but it doesn't have to be a crisis point. If we are listening to our intuition or our higher guidance, if we are listening and following the steps that we are given and doing our due diligence to take care of ourselves, take care of what we need to take care of, what is our responsibility to take care of, then crisis does not have to arise in these moments. Remember too that the South Node is here, so there's openings and closings, initiations and closures happening kind of simultaneously in your 4th house. Moving on to next year, 2026, on February 11th, Mercury conjuncts the North Node at 9 degrees. That's that 9-degree point of the new moon I mentioned. On February 17th, Venus conjuncts the North Node at 8 degrees. On February 27th, the Sun conjuncts the North Node at 8 degrees. On March 13th, Mars conjuncts the North Node at 8 degrees. On March 22nd, Mercury conjuncts the North Node again, now at 8 degrees. So all of these planets coming through. First, Mercury, it's going to be ideas and inspiration, news here in this 10th house of yours around all of those topics mentioned before. Maybe some new ideas coming, being able to, Mercury is just information for you about how to proceed. When Venus comes in, again, this is her 4th pass now, and she is really wanting you to double down on whatever it is you truly desire and focus on that, hone in on that, tap into what you feel and how you feel, what you really, really want, and focus on that. Then when the Sun comes in, the Sun is the illuminator in the chart, and it is source of vitality for the earth, and in the zodiac, it represents power and our purpose. And so this Sun is wanting you to actualize, bring forth these plans and make them real. Then when Mars gets there, Mars is the action planet, and it's going to help you action whatever it is you've decided and whatever you've decided to focus on and what you believe is the best for your highest good and path. By the time Mercury gets there, maybe more information coming, or more information on how to communicate this to others perhaps, or yourself just having a greater understanding how to move this forward in your life. On March 3rd, there will be a lunar eclipse at 12 degrees of Virgo in your 4th house. So again, closure here. I mean, something else closing in your 4th house. Maybe for those of you who want to move on from the home that you live in, maybe this is that point. Then on July 26th of 2025, the nodes move out. North Node moves into your 9th house of Aquarius, where it will be with Pluto for a year and a half. And then the South Node moves into your 3rd house of Leo. There will be one more eclipse after this in Pisces. On August 28th of 2026, there will be a lunar eclipse in Pisces at 4 degrees and 51 minutes of Pisces. So again, something closing off here. By now, the North Node has moved into your 9th house, but again, something else closing here relating to your career, your public image, your status. And then there will be one last lunar eclipse here in Virgo, but it will be in February. It will be February 20th of 2027 at 1 degrees and 58 minutes of Virgo. So again, closure here, more closure. Again, the node will have moved here to your third house, but the eclipse will be right here still. So again, more closure in this house of your foundation, your ancestry, your home, comfort. So Gemini, this is really an emotionally foundational year for you, where if you get that right and you just are able to release old patterns, old belief system, ancestral stuff, you really will be able to soar and be visible. Work on releasing attachment to comfort, to old beliefs. For some of you, this might be about coming out of your private life. Some of you are already very public, but some of you may not be very public. And it might be releasing attachments to your privacy and being private and being invisible and coming up into that 10th house and really using the power of that 10th house while the North Node is there. And again, just letting go. You might need to let go of family attachments, a family home, or things dealing with how you were raised. It could involve leaving behind a home for another home. If you want to know how this transit affects you before, go back to June of 2006 to December of 2007, because that was when the nodes were last in your 10th house of Pisces and your 4th house of home. So remember that these transits could bring fated events in both your home and in your public 10th house. So be prepared to shift as they come in. And it's always important to surrender, especially when we have the North Node in Pisces. Pisces is all about water and being able to go with that flow. And it's just really about your transformation and spiritual fulfillment. If you're able to really embrace these concepts of change and these events that are coming along, you will be able to shed your old beliefs and embrace a new level of social recognition in a very spiritual aligned way. So again, with these eclipses occurring on these very important houses of the 4th and the 10th house, these angular houses, there may be increased pressures on Gemini to build your career and reputation. It's going to really be this focus in this expansion, as I explained already. But the time spent with your career expansion or in the public might come at a cost to your home environment, your domestic environment, whomever that is for you. So that's what to watch for. That's one of the challenges. And the challenge will really be balancing your career ambitions with the emotional needs of your home and domestic life. There could be a tendency as well to focus on the details and become overly critical. As I spoke to already, some of you might feel uncomfortable stepping into the public eye, and this is going to be something that you will have to work on. But for some of you, this will just be second nature, especially anybody in any type of film, because that's what Neptune has domain over it. So there could be great success here, worldly success for careers that involve any type of videography, like obviously Hollywood, but that's also like these online platforms, online social media that allow for video, because that's this expansion. The North Node going and Neptune both being in Pisces, so also cinematography of any sort, using your imagination with writing and storytelling. So those of you who have wanted to do this before but never were able to, maybe you were uncomfortable with stepping into the public eye, being so seen, this is really your time to do it. The time really is now. And for those of you who are already doing this, it's just going to expand even more. There will be this impulse for you to move away from relying on your rational mind and to embrace your intuition. It will be important for you to align your career ambitions with your higher purpose. For some of you, you might want to align your career ambitions with your higher purpose and purposely look for a career or profession where compassion and healing are integrated. That is the Pisces element. Always listen to your intuition, follow those signs and the synchronicities. It's going to be important to embrace change and to be willing to step into leadership roles. Try to let go of perfectionism, particularly in your career and your home life. It will be important for you to balance your public ambitions with a solid emotional foundation and be open to let go of beliefs about what you can achieve. Like I've said, the sky is the limit. You wouldn't want to limit yourself, and be willing to release the comfort of your rational mind to tap into your intuition. But one of the most important things that I'm really getting for Geminis, this will be a year that you really need to hone in on that foundation and building it strong, because it's not just about North Node going through the 10th house and the South Node going through the 4th. It's also about Uranus entering your sign. Although that will bring lots of great things, it can also be really destabilizing. And so Geminis it's like the egomania getting too big and there's not enough substance there or grounding there. That could be potential, like I keep seeing like nervous system dysregulation, ungroundedness, just really being able to stay in touch with reality. That's the message I keep getting. So again, make sure to stay grounded and really in touch with your own emotional security. Well, my beloved Geminis, that's my reading for you on the nodal axis shift. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. I hope that I have helped you. I want to remind you again that this is my work, so please subscribe to my channel, like the video. Obviously, leave me a comment if you have any questions or you want to add it all to the conversation. That would be very welcome. I'm uploading regularly now, so don't forget to hit the notification bell. I would not want you to miss an upload. Stay blessed, beloved Gemini.